everyone. Today's class is going to focus on you people that work at desks all day. So sometimes we don't tend to get much of a break from our desks. If you're someone that sits there all day, every day, for work, and you'll probably find that you get quite tight in your neck, your shoulders, maybe your back, and maybe even your hips as well, and coming into that neck. So these are some stretches and exercises that you can do if you spend all day sitting at a desk. You're in this sort of hunched over position where we're typing on our laptops, or on your phone or anything like that. So this is going to help to just loosen up the body a little bit and stretch out after you've been sat at your desk for an extended period of time. So to start with, just relaxing down through the shoulders, and we're going to focus on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So letting the ribs, the lungs, the stomach expand on your inhale, and then drawing it all back in on your exhale. So nice big breaths. And the next time you breathe out, we're just going to take that head over to one side, coming into a neck stretch. So bring the ear towards the shoulder. We need to keep the shoulders nice and level, so we're not leaning over. It's going to help to isolate that stretch down the side of the neck. The option here, if you want it, is take your hand up and over onto the side of your head and just gently press your head back up into your hand. Just creates a slightly deeper stretch if you want it. Lovely. Come and bring that hand down. Head into the centre. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So drop that head over. See how it feels. You might have one side that's a bit tighter than the other. But the option, if you want to, is to bring that hand up and over onto the side of the head. Gently pressing back up into the hand. And it's always good to do a little neck stretch before you stretch for your shoulders as well, just because all this is connected. Come and bring the hand down. Head into the centre. Moving down to the shoulders, we're going to take some shoulder rolls. You need to bring those shoulders forwards, pick them up and roll them back. Nice big movements. Lifting those shoulders all the way up towards the ears. You can take the arms with you as well if that feels comfortable. It gives you a bigger range of movement. We want to be trying to make these circles as big as possible. Squeezing the shoulder blades together at the back. And you might find this to be a helpful move just to do when you're actually sat at your desk. A lot of these moves you can do in a sitting position. But I would recommend getting up and having a bit of a walk around if you can. Last two. Last one. We're going to go in the other direction. Bring those shoulders back, lift them up and roll them forwards. Keeping that squeeze between the shoulder blades at the back. Big shoulder rolls. Keep the breath going. Now we're just going to take final 3, 2, and 1. Oh, it's always more tricky going that way. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. I'm going to take one arm across the body and just use the other arm to draw in and create that stretch through the shoulder. Good. A nice big stretch on the outside of the shoulder, relaxing the arms, come on to the other side. See how it feels. Might have one side a little bit tighter than the other, which is perfectly fine and normal. Good. Releasing that that stretch, relaxing the arms. Now as you breathe in, I want you to lift your right arm up over your head, and then as you exhale, come over into a side bend. So we're lifting through the side of the waist and lengthening over, coming into a C curve into the spine, as opposed to pushing our hip out to the side or just leaning over. So we're creating that length through the side of the body. Come up, other arm lift, and let's come over. Lengthen through the waist. Taking that breath, and let's change sides again. One more time. You might feel that into the top of the hip, into the side of the body, and let's change. Lovely. Feeling nice and long through the body. Come up into the centre, and we're going to just loosen off our lower back now. So I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see a little bit better. We're going to bring fingertips to temples. So we've got the elbows nice and wide, and we're going to take some back extensions. Breathing in at the top, then as we breathe out, I want you to draw the elbows back, tilt your chin up towards the ceiling, squeeze back through the elbows so you feel the shoulder blades coming a little bit further together. And then restacking the spine, bringing the elbows back to neutral. Breathe in, breathe out, take the elbows back, squeeze, eye gaze to ceiling, tilting that chin up, and restacking the spine. So we're going to take a few more of these at your own pace. So you might really feel this coming into the tops of the shoulders and into the back of the shoulders as well, especially if you are feeling quite tight. We spend so much time in this hunched forward position that you might find this actually to be a little bit uncomfortable for the first few, or until you get used to doing this move. What we want to avoid as we're doing this move, as we come backwards, is not bringing our hips all the way forward. So we want to keep the hips nice and neutral. It's just a little movement through the upper back. We're going to take 3 more. Keep the breath going. Breathing in when you restack, breathing out. Last 2. And then last one. Lovely. Restacking the spine, relax the arms for a moment. Now if you're not there already, we're just going to move to the end of the mat. We're going to take a roll down, that's slightly different to what we do normally. I want you to bring the hands up behind the head again. Elbows wide. This is going to change the feel of this stretch slightly. Breathing in at the top. Breathing out, tucking your chin. And we're going to start to roll down through the spine. Keeping the elbows wide, lift through the belly. Might feel that into the lower back. Just coming down as far as it feels comfortable for you. Getting that stretch in the backs of the legs. And if you want to feel a little bit more of a stretch into your back, your upper back, draw your elbows in around the side of the face. So you feel that a little bit more into the mid to upper back, into those shoulder blades. Just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come and bring these hands down. And we're going to walk them out along the mat. Come and bring the knees down and into our 4-point kneeling. Hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we're going to come into some cat-cow. So, lift through the belly, nice and strong. Lengthen through the spine. Breathe in to prepare. As we breathe out, we tuck that tailbone under, press down through the palms, lift through the upper back. Taking eye gaze to thighs. Then as we breathe out, we're going to come through to cow. Tailbone pushes up towards the ceiling, dip that lower back, roll out through the spine, shoulders back and eye gaze to the end of the mat. Good, so every time we breathe out we're going to move. Tucking the tailbone, that's always the first thing to move. And then the rest of the body will follow. So always moving on the exhale, always starting with the tailbone. Good, hopefully feeling the stretch into the back of the body. Into that upper back. And this is really good to do sort of in the mornings as well, if you just want to get your body ready. Get a bit of movement before you go and spend all day sat at the desk. This is a really good one to do, just to mobilise through the spine, warm yourself up a little bit. I'm going to take one more each way. Good, keep the breath. Lovely, come back through to neutral. We're going to sit back onto the heels and then come up and take a seat. Come up and over. We're going to lengthen out through those legs. Bring them together. And then we take the arms out wide to the sides. We're going to come into some spine twists. Spine is long, arms out in line with the shoulders. We breathe in the centre. Then as we breathe out, we're going to twist round to one side, keeping the arms nice and wide. And then back through to the centre. Exhale. Round to the other side. And into the centre. So what we want when we do this move is we want to keep our feet together. They shouldn't be popping one in front of the other. If they are, it might just be that you're using your hips to twist instead of using the back of the body. So draw the shoulders down, and we're just coming round as far as we can, just by using the spine and the back of the body. Now you might find that your shoulders start to tire in this move. If you have any shoulder issues, you can cross your hands in front of your chest and you can still do the move like that instead. But ideally what we want is those arms out wide, taking that exhale as you twist. Good. We're going to take one more each way. Keep the breath going. No, it's not the most comfortable position to sit in. Come back through to the centre, drop the arms, and then we're going to come and lie on our back. So take your time to come all the way down. We're just going to come into a hip and glute stretch, because actually your hips take quite a lot of the work when you're sat in that 90-degree position all the time at your desk. It makes your hip flexors a lot shorter, and then they can become quite tight. So we want to make sure that we're stretching around all of the hips as well. So come and bring your right foot up and over your left knee. Draw that right knee away. You might already feel this coming into the inside of the hip. If you want a little bit more, you can lift that left foot off of the floor so you can bring in a deeper stretch. Now you're mostly going to feel this on the outside of the hip and into the glute. But you might feel it coming into that hip flexor and the inside of the hip as well. So it's a bit of an all-rounder, and it's a really nice stretch to come into. You can keep your left foot down on the floor if that feels better for you. There's no pressure there. Breathe into the stretch. Good. Come and place that foot down. Let's change sides. Left foot up and over. See how this feels. It might be enough for you here, but if not, you can lift that right foot off of the floor to just allow you to bring your legs closer to the body. You can use your hands on that top leg as a little bit of support and to allow you to bring the knees closer in should you wish to do so. Just breathe into that stretch. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Just come and place those feet back down. I want you to lengthen the legs out and then bring the arms up over the head. Reach out through the fingers and through the toes. So we come into this nice full body stretch. We tend to spend a lot of time in a hunched over position when we're sat at our desk. So it's nice to just counteract that by being nice and long, lengthening out through all of our limbs, making it a nice active stretch, so really reaching away. And then you can relax. Just make your way up seated, however it feels comfortable for you. So it's just a short set of exercises that you can do to make your body feel a little bit better after you've been sat at your desk all day. It's really important that we try to sort of counteract that posture that we're sat in all day and just get the body moving and help us feel a little bit more loose and relaxed after a long day at work. And I look forward to seeing you for your